Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your very busy days. I know I speak for all of us at Emerging Destinations. Our inboxes are full of requests again, travel is back. So we're really happy that you've taken the time to join us for this webinar today. For Emerging Destinations Honeymoon Inspiration, we're gonna dive right in. Again, I know you guys are busy, so we'll try to keep it here to about 30 minutes. But I'm super excited. You should be seeing all of us on the screen. We don't get to do this often. I have my whole team with me. I'm Jessie. I have Jenna with me. Jenna, if you'll wave. And I've got Anna with me. Anna, if you'll wave. An Emerging Destination founder, Jane, is joining us as well. So you have all four Emerging Destinations ladies in front of you. So jot down our emails. We are more than happy to help with anything that you could possibly need. From Africa to Europe to South America, we'll give you a little bit of taste of our portfolio here in just a moment, but please connect with us. We are more than happy to help with you or help you with anything. Today we are focusing on honeymoons. I know that a lot of you might have inquiries back from couples that have postponed their honeymoon. I myself was one of them back in 2020. So as travel is opening back up and couples are coming to you for their dream honeymoon destinations, we hope that one of these cool companies and cool places that we represent can offer some inspiration for you. Before I dive in, this is interactive. We're here for a reason. Please ask us questions. Type those through. We'll get to those at the end of the webinar. Jane, Jenna, Anna, or myself will do our best to answer those. So please type those through. We are also recording this, so if you have to step out, no worries. We will be sending a recording by the end of this week. We would love for you to share that with your colleagues if you'd like. For their honeymoon inspiration as well. But let's dive in. Jenna, Anna, and Jane, if you want to turn off your cameras, I'm going to shine my little light here, and I'm going to dive into Mozambique, and then I'll hand it over to my colleagues who will highlight a few more of our properties here in a moment. Okay, so we're starting in Africa, in Mozambique at Bazarudo Island Resort. So welcome to Anantara's Bazarudo Island Resort. This is an island with only located on the Bazarudo archipelago in the national park. So if you want to talk about ultimate pristineness, Bazarudo Island is definitely one of those super secluded, ultimate pristine, really involved in conservation. If your honeymooners are interested in that kind of aspect, but I just love the secludedness of Bazarudo Island Resort. There are only 44 villas on the entire island. So we are essentially the only working property on the island alongside a community of about 3,000 people. So although you are on an island, we can really still provide that ultimate, cultural immersion. And I'll dive into some of the unique activities and the property in itself, but I just wanted to highlight really quickly on how accessible Mozambique is for your guests that have, expressed interest in, for example, a South African honeymoon. Easy connectivity from Johannesburg. If your guests are coming from even the Kruger National Park, there's easy connectivity into Vilanculos from Kruger, even Maputo. So if your guests are traveling to South Africa and flying out of Johannesburg and have a couple of extra days, Mozambique is a really great option for those guests wanting to tack on a beach element to their honeymoon. So as I mentioned, Bazarudo Island Resort is in the Bazarudo Island archipelago, and it's the largest island in the Bazarudo archipelago. So if you have guests that are interested in anything from adventure, private snorkeling, again, the cultural immersion, Bazarudo Island Resort can definitely offer all of that. And I just love this picture. It just looks like it's in the middle of nowhere, essentially. From the minute that you touch down, you can arrive in style. So from Vilanculos, it's about a 10-minute drive to where we pick you up via boat. The boat transfer is complimentary. It takes about 45 minutes tops, an hour. from Vilanculos over to Bazarudo Island Resort. Again, that boat transfer is complimentary. It is a wet landing, so you are definitely immersing yourself into, you know, the island life as soon as you start. If you know that your guests are not the type that want to, you know, take off their shoes, roll up their pants, and arrive that way, of course, we offer a really nice helicopter transfer, which only takes about 15 minutes to head over to Bazarudo Island Resort. That is an additional cost, but we can get you there any way that you'd like. And of course, we welcome you in style. Again, I know I keep talking about it, but we really like to work, you know, inside with the local community, so you'll get a really, really beautiful welcome from the locals before you actually check into the resort. So again, from private dinings, private snorkelings, a private sunset dhow cruise, I'm just going to be highlighting some of the unique, romantic honeymoon activities and offerings that we can offer your guests to really make them have, you know, the ultimate honeymoon experience in Mozambique. So just a little bit, I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty of, you know, every single type of room that we have, but what I really wanted to highlight is this top left villa over here. These are our beach pool villas. They are on the southern portion of our property, and they have heavy, heavy vegetation in between each of them. So ultimate seclusion. Of course, you have your own pool, and you can see just here, you can walk right out onto your beach. And you even have your private cabana just right there on the beach, all at your fingertips, okay? If you'd like to spread out a little bit more, we have the sea view 2-bedroom pool villa. We also have the beach villa. So tons of different options for you to choose from, whatever your honeymooners are interested in, okay? And I mean, in terms of dining, I love how much, I love the lengths that we go to provide for our honeymooners. If you'd like your sushi and champagne at served at your own private pool, as you wish. As you can see right here, we can offer some really cool, you know, poolside dining, if you will. If you would like your breakfast in villa, if you'd like to wake up with your newlywed, breakfast in bed on your private veranda, we can 100% offer that. Also, you're welcome to mix and mingle with our other guests if you'd like on our beach deck and watch a beautiful sunset. Or my absolute favorite, what I really want to talk about here, is dining by design. What we'll do, the team at Bazarudo Island, what we'll do is we'll meet with the couple and discuss with the chef what they are feeling for dinner. What are we wanting, seafood this time, maybe some Italian, whatever you'd like. So you'll discuss the menu with the chef. Then you'll meet with the sommelier and choose your wine selection for the evening or other cocktails, whatever you'd like. Then you'll meet with the team to choose the location on property that you'd like to dine in. So from the food to the beverages to the actual location setup and everything, our dining by design is something we really go above and beyond for our honeymoon guests. If you are remotely familiar with the Anantara brand, you know that we take very, very great pride in our spas. So if your guests are interested in any sort of spa treatment, we have 5 treatment rooms here. All of them can be your couples treatment. All of them have access, or sorry, overlook the beach, so you're not giving up any beach time and listening to the ocean waves. It is an immaculate, amazing spa experience. There's a really beautiful jacuzzi. Excuse me. We even have a resident yoga teacher. So if your guests are interested in, you know, waking up and starting with like a meditation or a yoga session privately, we can definitely offer that. So I just want to, I'm not going to read this, but I just wanted to point out, you know, I know that Mozambique is kind of becoming a popular destination to travel to after your safari or, you know, for your honeymooners. So how do we kind of compare to others in the area? You know, Benguela Island is one of the largest islands, you know, in Mozambique. So, you know, with that comes a lot of different properties. And at the beginning of the presentation, I mentioned that Bazarudo Island Resort is on, you know, Bazarudo Island, the largest island in the Bazarudo archipelago, with only our property on it. So, you know, just a feeling of seclusion is really important when you are on a honeymoon. Paradise Island and Penzi Island is where we can really set up, you know, a unique, just a couple's snorkeling. We can do that. We can go out to have a private island and offer you that. If you'd like to dive into the flora and the fauna of the community, like I mentioned, the dune boarding, which I'll mention here in just a second, if your honeymooners are adventurous, we can offer that. I mentioned our Anantara spa. I really think that we can go above and beyond just in terms of our cuisine and the experience that comes along with that. Whether you're a snorkeler or a diver, this is the ultimate destination for you, all accessible just via our tiny boats. So we can get you some really, really pristine snorkeling or diving just from our fingertips. You can explore the island via horseback. You can partake in deep sea fishing. We've got stand-up paddle boards and dhow sailing. So just a little teaser here, all of that. So I think really in terms of our activities, you know, on your honeymoon, some honeymooners, you know, for example, in that beach pool villa might just want to sit on their veranda or at their pool or on the beach and have someone bring them drinks all day. That is totally fine. We can 100% do that. But if you have those honeymooners that you know are going to get antsy or just kind of wanting a little bit more adventure, 100% we can offer all of that. So the deep sea fishing that I mentioned here, stand-up paddle boarding, dune boarding, something fascinating that I learned, the dunes on Bazaruto Island are some of the largest dunes in Southern Africa outside of Namibia. So who would have known that? Some really cool adventures there. You can also get the humpback migration from July to September if you have any whalers out there. And then again, the diving, the snorkeling, all at your fingertips, some of the best in the world. So we can offer all of that here. So again, for your honeymooners that are even thinking about Mozambique or a Southern Africa honeymoon, we would love, love, love to welcome them to Bazaruto Island Resort. I'll be sending you guys, we will be sending you guys a follow-up. So don't worry if you didn't take notes fast enough. We'll be sending all that to you. But I have a great pleasure of handing everything over to Jane. I'm going to turn off my camera and hand everything to Jane, who's going to take us to Greece. So Jane, over to you.
Yeah, hi everyone. Welcome. Greece for a honeymoon. Yes, please. Sort of one of those places that you can't go wrong. We are pleased to represent Paxmore, which is a DMC. And Jessie, please go back. Which is a DMC based in Athens. Great about the company is Yorgos Charitas, our owner. He is used to run one of the biggest hotel booking companies in Europe. So even though we're a small boutique company, very personalized service, he's got incredible buying power from that background, and most of the hoteliers know him. So it gives us a really good advantage in the market. And now next. So honeymoon in Greece, wow. Let's put it this way: where else in the world can you go and you be centuries old ruins and beautiful beaches and everything you need to do? So what I'm going to do is we're going to start you in Athens, which is a very cosmopolitan city, very, very, very interesting. I don't know how many of y'all have been who are on this webinar. I just was there in March and I had not been, I'm embarrassed to say, in 36 years. And I remembered why I kept missing my ferry when I was a student with a backpack. But there is so much in Athens, cosmopolitan city, great restaurants, incredible museums, you've got, I mean, goodness, you've got the Acropolis with the Parthenon up on top, the museum that's down below, the new Acropolis Museum down below, is one of the coolest museums you will ever go to. And a couple of ways we'd recommend that you do Athens. You can stay in the heart of the city, and here we're going to put y'all at the Electra Metropolis. I can't even speak English today, or Greek. Which has incredible views of the Parthenon. For those of you who do not know Athens, some of the top 5-star hotels are all around here. You can go to the next slide, Jess. Are in this area, and the St. George, the capital city. They're all here, and most of them are going to have rooftop gardens with these incredible views. What I like about this neighborhood is you can get out and walk, and you're safe, and there are some really, really good restaurants that you can go to. One of the other things that I think is for a honeymoon couple especially is we can put together a really nice package, take you down to the Athens Riviera, which is basically a suburb of Athens. This is about 45-minute drive, from 45 minutes to an hour drive from Athens, and you go to Cape Sunion. When I was here in March, I almost froze to death because, believe it or not, that day we actually had snow, and the winds were blowing. But it's a favorite place of ours to take guests, take a drink, have a sunset dinner, look at this area, and see Poseidon's temple. Really pretty cool thing to get to do. And if you're not familiar with the Athens Riviera, it's another really, really good place to stay. This is where the Four Seasons is, where the wonderful little boutique hotel I stayed in, I think it has 11 rooms, called the Somewhere, is located not too far from here. And you can also get into the city in 25 minutes, or you can do beach, stay there for the beach, and then be in town for the Acropolis and different museums. So a lot to do in the area. Next slide. And then a lot of people don't think of Crete when they go to Greece. They think of a lot of the main islands, which of course we'll cover. But Stella Island is a really beautiful resort, adults only 15 and up, so perfect for honeymooners. That's only just a quick drive from the main airport or the main port, whichever you prefer. Sometimes it's faster to fly to Crete than to take a ferry, because that can be a little several, I think 5-6 hours. So it's quite a ways. But there's so much to do on Crete. Yorgos, our owner, is from Crete, and it's really one of those places. I said, how long when I go, how long should I stay? And he said a month. Because there is that much to do there. And if you have people who want to do a lot of hiking and things like that, you can do that on Crete. And there's even one place, and Jessie, you can go to the next slide. There's even one place he was telling me about that it's an all-day hike that you go down and you have lunch on this little private beach that's set up, and absolutely amazing and unbelievably romantic. If you're like me and you want to go hiking on your honeymoon, which I did. So, and then of course there's Santorini. One of the most favorite places on earth for people, with those iconic churches with the blue roofs and incredible hotels. One of our favorites, the Ambassador. Next, Jess. And but some of the things that you're going to want to do there, especially for honeymoons, let's take them on a private boat tour around some of the islands along the West Coast. They can also visit some other islands while they're there. Next, Jessie. And of course a sunset cruise with a romantic dinner. I mean, it doesn't get much. You feel like when you're in Greece that you're walking in you are in the beginning of Western civilization, and the deep history and the romance, and everywhere you look there's another ruin, and then you've got these incredibly beautiful beaches and sunsets and romantic dinners, and of course Greek food. And also, just so you know, we will make reservations for your guests at various restaurants. And then Greece has a really strong wine culture. And this is something else that we can do, and you can do it from Santorini or a lot of the other islands, Peloponnesian Peninsula, and go wine tasting and have some really, really fine wines that you can take home with you also. Next. Good, and then we're going to go to the Americas. And Jessie, I don't remember who's doing the Americas.
Thank you, Jen. This is Anna.
Hi, Anna. Welcome.
Thank you. So we will start with the two properties that we want to suggest you for your honeymooners in the Americas region. The first one will be La Carolina Island House. Next slide, please. Which is our newest client in the portfolio. La Carolina Island House is located in Bocas del Toro in Panama. Just for you to know, in case you are not very familiar with Panama as a destination, well, it has amazing connections with Canada and the States. You can fly to Panama City, which is an amazing, the capital city of Panama is an amazing destination, a multicultural destination with a lot of things to see and do there. Even if the Spanish is the official language, English is the second language and it's spoken everywhere. So for you and your clients, it's really very easy to stay and explore Panama itself. And once you are in Panama City, you can fly into Boca del Toro, BOC Airport, which is only 50 minutes flight from Panama City Airport. Next slide, please. Another option, in case your clients are doing Costa Rica, they can fly from San Jose in Costa Rica to Boca del Toro. It's only 90 minutes flight. So you can do just Panama as a honeymoon destination, or you can combine Panama and Costa Rica. Moving or focusing in Boca del Toro, this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it is also the first national marine park in Panama. In fact, it is considered sort of the Galapagos of the Caribbean. This is one of the most visited ecotourism destinations in Panama. It is a year-round destination. It is sunny year-round, so it's a great Caribbean destination. If you have clients interested in surfing, the wave season is from December to March and then in July. So this is a great destination for surfers. And if you have people more interested sort of in the calm waters of the Caribbean Sea, September and October are the best months. Next slide, please. La Carolina Island House was open December last year. So as I mentioned before, it is the newest luxury resort in Boca del Toro. Next. It has only 23 rooms and 8 villas. It is located only 15 minutes drive from Boca del Toro Airport and Boca del Toro town, which is the main town. And it is located on the banks of the Caribbean Sea in Pound Beach. As you can see on the screen now, all rooms and villas have amazing views over the garden, the pagoda, and the Caribbean Sea. Among the 23 rooms, we have 3 different categories: the standard, the superior, and the deluxe. The main difference is that the superior has 35 square meters and a queen size bed, and the deluxe and the deluxe room has king size bed. And then, which is ideal for honeymooners, are the villas. We have a total of 8 villas. They have private terraces, all of them overlooking the Caribbean Sea. They have a living room area where we can set up a romantic dinner. They have private terraces downstairs and also private terraces upstairs on the 2nd story, overlooking the Caribbean Sea, where you will find your master bedroom. This is the view that you can get from your grand villa. Some of the villas have plunge pools, private plunge pools, so you can enjoy the privacy of your room while overlooking the Caribbean Sea. Next, please. As for the infrastructure that you will find at the hotel, it has 2 outdoor swimming pools, one outdoor swimming pool facing the Caribbean Sea and the other swimming pool at the spa. Again, speaking about the spa, at La Carolina Spa, you will find, of course, the swimming pool, a sauna, a polar plunge pool. We have also some rooms where we can offer massages and facial treatments. We offer complimentary yoga lessons, meditations, and Pilates classes every day. Next, please. We have an amazing restaurant and bar overlooking the Caribbean. We can also, as you can see on the screen, arrange a sort of a romantic dinner facing the Caribbean Sea in that cute spot at night. We have a beach club by the sea where we offer complimentary loungers, towels, chairs. There's also a bar at the beach club, so you can enjoy the peace of the sea and the waves while enjoying a salad or a cocktail. At the beach club, we offer surf lessons. We can rent also surf equipment in case your clients already know how to surf. Next slide, please. And as for the activities beside surfing, we can do, for example, we can offer snorkeling, scuba diving, kite surf. We also offer paddle surf. The hotel has its own boat, which is Don Juan. So we can take your clients, your honeymooners, on a day trip, either a half day or full day tour on our Don Juan boat. And we can take them either to a starfish beach, which is an amazing beach full of starfishes, where you can either swim or snorkel. We can also take them on our boat to Cayo Zapatilla, one of the most beautiful places in Bocas del Toro for snorkeling and scuba diving. And in case the honeymooners are coming to Bocas del Toro from September to the end of November, we can take them to a beautiful island, which is named Escudo de Veraguas. It takes around 90 minutes sail. We only go during these months, September to November, because it is in the middle of the ocean and it is a windy trip. Not many boats go there. It is very remote, very secluded. We take the honeymooners on our Don Juan boat. The boat has 4 cabins, so we will take the crew with us and we will overnight on the boat, and it will be definitely a perfect 2 days, 1 night special trip for honeymooners while they are at La Coralina Island House. Next, please. And well, this is La Coralina Island House in Bocas del Toro, Panama. And now it's time for Jenna to introduce Las Torres.
Thank you so much, Anna. So as she just mentioned, my name is Jenna, and I have the pleasure of introducing you to Las Torres Reserve in Chile. So we're kind of switching gears here a little bit. You've heard about a lot of nice hot, sunshiny destinations for honeymooners. So this is an option for more of an adventure-seeking active honeymoon, if you will. Next slide, please, Jessie. So welcome to the end of the world. So how do we get there? So Las Torres Reserve is located in Cerro del Paine National Park, which is in Patagonia, Chile. We actually own a piece of reserve land within the national park. So to get there, clients would fly into Santiago and then down to Punta Arenas, or alternatively, you can also get there from Argentina, coming over from Calafate. It is important to note the hotel is open between September to April. So if that fits within your honeymooners dates, otherwise we're closed for our North American summer season. Next slide, please. So a little bit about Las Torres. We used to actually be a working cattle estancia, which was converted into a hotel in the early 90s. So now our hotel has 72 rooms and 2 suites with jacuzzis. Geez, sorry about that. With jacuzzis, both mountain facing and are of course perfect for honeymooners. Next slide, please. The hotel also features a spa. We have our Pioneer bar and multiple dining options, such as you can see on the right hand of your screen. In the top right corner is a traditional barbecue that they could be a part of. Bottom left photo is a picture of our bar. It has a great atmosphere. I very much so love spending time in it. It's got the kind of environment where you actually want to go and sit and spend some time when you're done activities back at the hotel. Next slide, please, Jessie. Our most popular program is the all-inclusive program, which has more than 20 half-day or full-day tour options. So this includes activities such as hiking, you can do trekking, we have van tours, there's short or small walks, and horseback riding. So as I mentioned earlier, we actually own a piece of that reserve land within the national park. So this gives us the ability to house over 200 horses at Las Torres Reserve. So this definitely makes us unique to other properties in the area. And the Bacayanos that they have down there, they take care of the horses and they know every single horse by name. So it's a very cool experience. And speaking to that, next slide, please, Jessie. One of my personal favorite activities, which showcases the true authentic Patagonia, is the half-day Bacayano experience tour. So in the bottom left-hand of your screen, you can see what a traditional Bacayano appearance looks like. So it's a great half day to see how they care for the horses, what their role is, etc. And then of course, just tons of amazing landscapes for your hiking. Top left corner, there's Glacier Grave, which is an additional option for your honeymooners if they are interested in seeing that. Also not pictured here is our organic garden. So we currently have the southernmost garden in the world, which is pretty cool. And we are currently producing over 30% of the produce that is served in our bar and restaurant at the hotel. Next slide, please, Jessie. So what makes Las Torres a great place for adventure-seeking honeymooners? Well, I think that picture there says it all. We offer a perfect balance of adventure, but also quiet, romantic moments for your clients to commemorate this new chapter in their lives amidst what I would say is one of the most beautiful landscapes in the world. Next slide, please. So we actually do have a honeymoon program. This package can be anywhere between 4 to 6 days. Your clients can mix and match their stays, so whichever full or half day tours is of interest to them. So it can give them a unique experience to design for what they're looking for. It also includes a bottle of sparkling wine when they get to their room and a luxurious couples massage. And then we also plan a special surprise for them, which is an exclusive private full day tour to the Blue Lagoon. This area boasts one of the most unique and beautiful views of the Las Torres peaks. You can see in that photo. And then we arrange a romantic picnic for them right there on its shore. So it's a really special day and very romantic and secluded. So when your clients celebrate their honeymoon in Torres del Paine with Hotel Las Torres, we work on creating the best ambiance for their connection to nature and each other. So that is my line to leave you guys with today. And there I will wrap it up, and I think everybody will hop back on. So if you have any questions for any of my lovely colleagues or myself. There we go.
I'm so ready to go someplace.
Right?
I've had my wings clipped since May. So.
I'm sitting here talking, I'm on mute, sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. So if you have any questions, we would love for you to type those through now. Please utilize, you have all 4 of us Emerging Destinations team members here, so please ask away any questions that you might have.
So Jessie, what were some of your favorite honeymoon experiences you had when you honeymooned in East Africa?
I very much liked sitting on the beach and having someone bring me drinks all day.
Right
no, we went on safari, so I just felt so spoiled in 2020. We went to Kenya. That we didn't talk about Kenya in this particular webinar, but Kenya's can confirm a really great honeymoon destination. But my favorite part about that was my husband had never been on safari before, so he was like a little kid. So it was really fun to go with him. But geez, I feel like, you know, you'll only be a honeymooner. Well, I'm sure some people might be honeymooners several times in their lives. But anyway, my one little honeymoon that I hope to have, I just blew me out of the water. So
some of us have anniversary trips. So
anniversary.
This is my 35th anniversary year. So,
Now
well,
renewal.
but mentioning East Africa, it's a perfect time to announce to everyone that we have signed on with the JW Marriott Masai Mara to represent them in North America. And unfortunately, the only thing is we can't take reservations yet, and we only have 2 photos so far. They're opening in February. Which we just found out today. But so you'll be hearing a lot about that. So that's kind of exciting. It's their first of a kind property with only 20 rooms. So
We do, Anna, I see that you answered a question on here, but I just wanted to point it out. Someone was asking about direct flights from Puerto Vallarta, and we're not so sure about that. So I'm sure that you'll check on
well,
that.
I looked on Copa, and they don't have them from there, but I'm sure you could probably get it from either Guadalajara or Mexico City.
And that was to
Yeah.
Panama.
Yeah, to Panama City, and not beach.
We have questions about, emailing contact information and handouts and pictures. Don't worry, we'll supply all of the digital information for each of the clients that we highlighted today. But as you probably know, hopefully this isn't your first webinar with us. We do have a really beautiful portfolio with additional destinations in Africa and in South America and in Europe. So, we'll give you a little bit of taste of our entire portfolio, but really just wanted to inspire you for your guests that are coming to you for honeymoons. Please utilize us. We are more than happy to help. And I believe our next webinar will be highlighting weddings. So we'll be diving into your guests that are actually wanting to, for example, if they did a small ceremony stateside here and are really wanting to do their wedding big, we will be doing a wedding inspiration with our emerging destinations clients here in probably a month or so. So
yeah. Good. And my team is here for everyone. They're very, very well versed in the products, and they're more well versed in the products than I am now, which is great. So 33 years, I'm allowed to take it a little easier these days. But thank you all so much for joining us. And we are here to help you sell the destination and to educate you. If you want us to come into your office or do private webinars on various members of our portfolio, just let us know. Or when we're in town, make sure that we actually know where you live, because often, their card says they're in New York and they actually live in Texas, and we can't visit you in Texas if your card says New York and we don't know that you're there. So just please always let us know.
cool.
And thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you. 30, just over 30 minutes, but we know you guys have a busy, probably a busy day to get back to. So thank you so much for taking the time. We'll be sending you the recording. We'd love for you to share it with your colleagues. Please expect a follow up from us soon. But thank you from Emerging Destinations.
Thank you.
Bye.